Guys, Mansinged here bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be talking about the upcoming New Year Dual Dokkan Festival. Usually drops around the 27th or the 28th of the month, so technically it's one of those things when people have referred to like the release year of units. Obviously for JP, this celebration always came out just before the end of the year, and for Global these units then came out later on, I think around April time. But obviously now, with the release schedule being synced, they will be coming out on both versions at the same time. So these will be the final Dokkan Fest units. In fact, they'll be the final new units of 2024. So I made this post because we know we're getting a producer letter. It should be on Monday morning for me. I think it's just very late in the evening, Sunday, or very, very early Monday morning if you're in parts of the US, because I believe it's like 10 a.m. for me. So I think even PST that's like 2 a.m, right? So it's Monday for everybody, I believe. But we are getting a producer letter in the form of a video on YouTube. It isn't a live stream, it's just a premiere. So it's like a stream where it will debut at a certain time and there will be a chat, but it is pre-recorded. I will probably be streaming that and do the live reveal to it, so keep an eye out on the channel. But yeah, while we wait, because that video should actually show us confirmed who the Dual Dokkan Fest is going to be, since it comes out a couple of days before the units. We actually did have a thing in the news for today saying that there's going to be maintenance for the Thursday, is it Thursday? The 26th. So the day after Christmas Day. Yeah, it's a Thursday. So that means the banners are either going to drop on Friday or Saturday morning, 27th or the 28th. So we'll see. But that producer letter should show us the characters. We don't know how in-depth they'll go in that producer letter. They might just show the arts, they might show the animations, they might show the full kit, or they might just do some sort of teaser and then the full kits get posted on Twitter like the day or two before, which is what we see for normal Dokkan Fests and stuff. But hopefully the producer letter will at least have the animations so we can see those early. But it will confirm who they are. So I made this post, you know, we're going to find out on Monday, but until we find out, as they've not posted any hints yet or anything, who would you guys like to see as the New Year Dual Dokkan Fest? And I put the gif of Goku versus Baby because I know that is a very popular choice, especially with the most popular option being the Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku that transforms into Super Saiyan 4. Because I've said it many times recently on videos and streams and stuff, the fact that we still don't have the first ever Super Saiyan 4 transformation as an animation in the game is kind of crazy. But yeah, we'll just go through some of the comments here. As always with these videos, if you don't see your comment in the video because you either maybe made it after I'd already recorded this, or depending on how long the actual thread is, we might not get them all in, do let me know down below in the comment section. And obviously if you didn't see the post, maybe you don't use Twitter or you just didn't see it in time, just let me know in the comments of this video. So shout out to our boy Proton. Yeah, Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku and Baby seem to be the most obvious choices because of the collaboration figures. Yeah, there's new figures for those guys out, new little statue figures, new active skill animation, and a few characters that are in EZA range. The active skill animation is that thing we talked about in a previous video that was in the files, where it shows an active skill being available in all 3 slots at the same time. But it's only for all 3 slots at the same time. There isn't one for 2 slots at the same time. So that makes it seem very much like it's going to be an active skill that is used during a giant ape or like rage mode transformation. So obviously that could be something like a Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku that becomes a giant ape and then has an active skill during the giant ape turn and then transforms into Super Saiyan 4 would potentially be an option. And then, yeah, the GT EZAs, like in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is one of the last 2020 units that doesn't have an EZA. And then we have the physical Super Saiyan GT Goku and in Super Saiyan GT Vegeta, the Golden Week Super Saiyan duo, the first shared Golden Week between Global and JP. And there's my boy 17, Super 17, the Tech LR. Man, hopefully, he's one of those units, he better get a good EZA, because his initial release was so disappointing. So hopefully his EZA redeems him a little bit, but I guess we'll see. So we got our boy Raldo says it's Daima time. Super Saiyan Goku and Glorio would be great for the introduction to Dokkan. Yeah, because they dropped the free-to-play Goku and Vegeta, and then they've not done anything since then. Obviously, those guys are base form. Legends just released Goku and Tamagami. Haven't they released like 3 Gokus or something? I've seen people saying from Daima already. But we don't have any summonable units yet. So maybe they wouldn't go all the way for the Goku and that Tamagami guy. But Super Saiyan Goku and Glorio could certainly be an interesting combo. But yeah, I could see Daima definitely being a thing, with Legends having just dropped a bunch of stuff. Dokkan was behind with all the superhero stuff as well. Hopefully they won't be as far behind with the Daima stuff, but obviously I guess we'll have to see. Luca Dokkan, I would actually want Daima, Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Vegeta dual Dokkan Fest, so the GT can be safe for worldwide. We can get them back fast at the end of April with maybe other Daima units for Golden Week. Yeah, it'd be interesting. I think, like I say, Daima has a pretty good chance. And then GT saved for worldwide would be interesting. Because there's still a few things that can be done for GT that we haven't really seen, or at least different angles of stuff that we have seen but done slightly differently. But I know most people want to see the Baby versus Goku, which obviously would only be for one part of the worldwide anyway. It'd be weird for them to do it as worldwide and then have the second part just be like Gogeta versus Omega again, but I guess we could see. But yeah, Daima stuff I think has a very high chance of being the New Year Dual Dokkan Fest. Mega nice. They should know most will be saving for the 10th anniversary, so I'd rather have a rather forgotten but fight I really like as the New Year Dual Dokkan Fest. I understand this isn't the biggest hype, but again, almost everyone is focused on the anniversary. Also, Nam goated. Yeah, the Kid Goku versus Nam from OG Dragon Ball Saga. I mean, he is right. In the overall community, this would probably be the most unhyped Dual Dokkan Fest of all time. But he is also right in the sense that it doesn't, like, they could release the most hyped Dual Dokkan Fest that you could think of, and like a large majority of people are going to skip it anyway because it's the banner that comes out just over a month before the anniversary. So it is actually the perfect opportunity to put in a less well represented like thing. I think if they were gonna do Kid Goku though, it should be Kid Goku versus Demon King Piccolo, but I know that's a Dual Dokkan Fest that OG Dragon Ball fans have wanted to see for a long time. So if they were going to finally do an OG Dragon Ball like Dual Dokkan Fest for New Year's, it probably should be Kid Goku versus Demon King Piccolo. But I mean, I would never say never with Dokkan, but I think this has definitely got to be one of the lowest possible chances. But again, Dokkan can always surprise us, so never say anything is 100% or 0%, right? So we'll see. Then we have our boy AC, either these two or Mini Super Saiyan Goku and Mini Super Saiyan Vegeta. Yeah, some combo of the Daima characters would be interesting. These are the characters that just came out for Legends, right? The Goku and the Tamagami, so that could be interesting. Joe Wags, Bergamo versus Goku. That's an interesting one. I don't think that's one that would be high on people's lists of like immediate ones that you think of. I know a big one that people want to see is like Blue Kaioken Goku versus Hit. But yeah, this certainly would be an interesting one. We could get the Bergodmo Easy A, should be quite funny. And we got Jay. To be honest, my last possible 2024 agenda. Perfect timing for 1, who loves OG or those characters, especially if they lead solid teams, and 2, who doesn't care and want to skip for anniversary. That's exactly an interesting point, is even if you're someone who's not a huge fan of OG Dragon Ball and you don't like when they do OG Dragon Ball, like Dokkan Fest and stuff, this is the perfect opportunity for them to do one, and you to not need to worry, like not need to complain about it, right? Because this is the perfect time of the year to skip a banner anyway. So for all the OG Dragon Ball Saga fans who would like to summon, like they get the Dual Dokkan Fest that they've been waiting for ages. And for those of you who have no interest in OG Dragon Ball Saga stuff, it's the perfect opportunity to skip because it's, like I say, the banner that comes out a month before the anniversary. So I feel like no one really should complain if it was this as the New Year Dual Dokkan Fest, because complaining that you have to skip and therefore just have more stones for the anniversary seems a bit counterproductive. So you just keep those extra stones for the anniversary. We have, even though I'm pretty sure this might not happen, I want Goku and Cell. If not, I'll be down for Daima. Yeah, because we got the Goku exchanging into Gohan versus Cell for Golden Week. But yeah, I know a lot of people really like this fight. It's got some really good choreography. I'm not sure if they would, even if it wasn't an exchange into Gohan, not sure if they would repeat that same like pairing as the Dual Dokkan Fest. But certainly could be cool. Then we have Ryujin, GT Super Saiyan 3/4 Goku and Baby. Yep, don't get me wrong. I don't think Daima has cooked up a storm enough to get Dokkan stuff yet. Plus, I think they'll wait until Daima is over to start dropping stuff. It's one of those things, it's hard to know because obviously Legends is dropping stuff. And didn't Legends just drop the latest ones as part of their like Legends Fest, which I don't know if that is that their version of the anniversary? I don't know enough about Legends to know, right? But they dropped Daima stuff as part of like a bigger celebration, so I don't know, that could be kind of interesting. But yeah, I don't know if I would say it's too early for them to start dropping stuff in Dokkan, because I imagine once we get the very final fight of the series, whether that's like Super Saiyan 3 mini Goku versus whoever the last like boss of the series is going to be, then obviously you could see that being a dual Dokkan Fest for sure. But yeah, it's one of those things. We don't want them releasing like every time a new character comes into the show, then we get like a Dokkan Fest of that character straight away. But I do think it's been long enough, right? And especially with Legends dropping all that stuff, for Dokkan to actually get some summonable Daima units. But I guess we'll have to see. There's a very interesting gift down here with a bunch of different Dragon Ball characters, and then Shallot and is it Giblet, the guy in the red hood. DB Legends collab as New Year's celebration will go hard. That way it'll fit at the same time where Legends starts the third part of the Legends Festival. So yeah, it just says it's a major celebration called Legends Festival, but that would be kind of cool, right? I mean, they did also say on the Heroes banner that there was going to be an upcoming crossover banner. So we still actually have no idea what that's going to be, because a lot of people assume that that either meant the December Dokkan Fest or the part 2, although it's not part 2, but the December Carnival LR, and it wasn't either of those things. So it's hard to know what's going on with that supposed upcoming crossover banner. But yeah, it could be a Legends collab thing. That'd be interesting for sure, having Shallot in Dokkan finally. Anything that's not GT, so I can easily skip it. It's a GT fan. If I had to make a prediction, then it'd be Daima. Exactly, this combo is probably one of the most popular picks if we were going to get Daima stuff. I hope it's not something mega hype, so it's easy to skip. And on the off chance there's massive power creep, it doesn't ruin a mega hype moment. Piccolo and 17, Bojack and Gohan, Goku and Hit, Goku and Lord Slug. I hope they leave Daima until after the 10th anniversary. Goku Lord Slug would be interesting, but we just got a Lord Slug Dokkan Fest. So Piccolo and 17 as well is an interesting one, but it's a cool fight. But considering the characters and the categories they're on and stuff like that, I don't know if it's like a big hype release. But as we've already said, and as it even mentions in this post, we potentially don't want it to be a mega hype release anyway, because a lot of people are going to be in the boat where even if it's like one of the dual Dokkan Fest matchups that you've wanted to see in the game for ages, potentially just not going to summon anyway to make sure we've got those stones ready for the anniversary. So I think it is a good opportunity to use some of these like quote-unquote lower hype like character pairings like 17 and Piccolo. Bojack and Gohan I think is maybe too... Is it too high of a hype thing? I don't know. The end final movie, a lot of people like the Bojack movie, or I say final movie, the end of the movie, final battle. Obviously we could get that Tech LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan Easy A. Obviously have Bojack start off as like full power, and we just got the STR Bojack Easy A recently, so ideally we get a new Bojack before that guy ages out, would be quite nice. So Bojack and Gohan's definitely a big one on my list as well. And then yeah, we mentioned Goku and Hit before. Fatal Beast says either Daima Goku and Tamagami 3 or Blue Kaken Goku and Hit. Yep, definitely two of the popular picks. I hope it's Daima. It's new, we need it in Dokkan, and yet could easily skip it. If they won't do Daima now, they'll probably do it after anniversary, which would be in March, which is kind of late. I mean, also Daima's not supposed to be that long, so if they wait until after the anniversary, won't Daima potentially be finished by then, or getting very close to being finished? And so I'm sure someone said there's only 10 or 20 episodes left, but I guess 20 is like 20 weeks, so that is still like 5 months basically. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see when they do pull the trigger on the Daima stuff, because like I say, when we see the final fight in Daima, I imagine we'll get those characters, I mean ideally fairly soon, so I suppose it would be weird if they hadn't dropped any Daima stuff before then. And as someone mentioned before as well, if we get something super hype and really cool, like character choice wise, for this dual Dokkan Fest, and then the 10th anniversary has like major power creep, then, you know, it could end up being the dual Dokkan Fest that's like your most wanted pairing, and then they get aged out like a month or so later. But I mean, hopefully with seeing how ridiculously powerful Gotenks is, hopefully they won't be doing that, but I guess we'll see. So we got Slippin' Jim. I want a standalone 18 Dokkan Fest and LR Kid Boo. Does it either working for a dual? Well, yeah, obviously they don't, like, it'll be 2 Dokkan Fest TURs. So Android 18, I guess the pairing would be like the 18 versus Vegeta fight. It's not much of a fight. Also, it would be kind of funny that like the main thing that happens in that fight is the fact that 18 kicks him and like breaks his arm, which if you think about it is not exactly a super hype impressive like super attack animation of just her kicking somebody in the arm. But as much as it's like a crazy moment in the show, I'm not sure if that works as a dual Dokkan Fest. And then obviously Kid Buu, the meme is that we want LR Kid Buu, not another TUR one. But we'll see. See Daima being a thing for New Year's, but not LRs like the Superhero Celebration 2 years ago or GT. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Remember, they were LRs for the Superhero, for Physical Gohan and Tech Piccolo. So it could actually end up, if they were Daima units, that they could be LRs. But I feel like, again, they'll probably save, if they are going to do Daima LRs, I guess they'll save them for whoever the final battle of the series is. But I guess we'll have to see. And then obviously the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I don't know if it'll get mentioned in the thread, but as much as people talk about the Goku versus Baby with the first Super Saiyan 4, I know a lot of people want to see Super Saiyan 4 full power Goku versus... is he already Omega then, or is he still Sin? But where he does the crazy, like, Dragon Fist. I think, is he Omega then? Because then he regenerates with, like, Nova's ability or Hazes, whoever it is. Because, yeah, that animation, we don't have, like, an up-to-date version of that with, like, the crazy, like, gold Dragon Fist, like, punching through the enemy. That would be awesome as well. But we'll see if anyone mentions that. GT needs big buffs to complete with the new meta, also to support the upcoming 7th year Gogeta. Yeah, a lot of people assuming, obviously, we're going to be on this big fusion train for the 10 year, which I think is very likely. So that would definitely make sense. Daima makes the most sense, but I'd have them do GT just because they don't have new units during the anniversary, besides EZA, obviously, or because they don't get to have new units during that. I mean, they could do. I guess one of them could be Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, but I guess we'll see. Personally, I believe it's time for Baby to get his Dokkan Fest exclusive due, or it's going to be Daima related. Those are the most popular choices. Another one, OG Dragon Ball, maybe Goku versus Demon King Piccolo, or TN from the 21st Budokai. That would be cool. That fight is really cool, the Goku versus TN. That would certainly be interesting. And again, not super hype for anyone who's not really into OG Dragon Ball, but then it's just the perfect opportunity for you to skip and save stones. But there definitely are people that would appreciate that for sure. Something from GT or Daima. Goku versus Super 17 would be cool, especially because the unit nobody could beat could EZA. Super Saiyan, Daima, Goku, Tamagami, yeah, perfect time to Dokkan Awaken for the free-to-play minis, exactly. That could be interesting as well, see what they do with those. Elfcon says Gohan versus Dabura. That's an interesting one. I haven't seen anyone mention this one before, actually, or at least for a while. Obviously, I've seen it in the past, over the years, but yeah, Gohan versus Dabura could definitely be interesting. Especially releasing at this time with how crazy, like, how many buffs we've now gotten for the Buu Saga. So that could certainly be an interesting one. I feel like maybe that's too much Buu Saga, so I would not expect this one as much, but you never know. Shared sentiment, but I would love a transforming GT Super Saiyan 3 Goku versus Baby. Whether both transform or just Goku, I think it's time to give them representation. Clear help for Gogeta in February. I think it's a good time for them. Oh yeah, 100% agree. Baby definitely deserves a Dokkan Fest, and this last part of the year, like, we've gotten characters like Slug finally, so some of these characters that have been on the list for ages as characters that deserve Dokkan Fests are finally getting them, so that would definitely be very good. As much as I want GT, I don't want it now because it's a bad celebration with poor content. GT deserves a big celebration with a lot of content. That's the other thing to remember, actually, as well. The New Year Dual Dokkan Fest banners don't usually have banner units. Remember, Super Saiyan 3 Dragon Fist Goku and Hirudegarn, no banner units, so it's just the 2 new units, which is probably why Daima is the perfect opportunity, right? Because then they don't have to worry about making 2 other characters as well. And obviously the Goku versus Baby fight, realistically, all you've got as options for banner units is like the baby possessed Saiyans and then like Oob. Whereas obviously New Year Dual Dokkan Fest, they don't need to worry about it because they don't have banner units, so that would be fine. And put a single Dokkan Fest, something easy skippable like Daima, exactly. In terms of good for the game of easy A's and teams, Super Saiyan 3 to 4 Goku versus Baby. For the personal hype, Kid Goku Grey 8 versus Jackie Chan. That'd be an interesting one. The thing is, the Dual Dokkan Fest is usually super and extreme, although obviously there was the exception with the superhero like Gohan and Piccolo. And I guess if they do Daima Goku versus Tamagami, would Tamagami technically be an extreme character? I feel like he probably wouldn't. But yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Loki and Android 16 and Perfect Form Cell. That'd be kind of interesting. Yeah, and Dokkan Fest Android 16, if it was done well, could be quite interesting. It's funny because obviously that would help with the Super Saiyan 2 Goku AGL transformation, but his temporary buff's going to be running out fairly soon. So Still waiting on Peak to come, although remember, they probably won't be LRs. I would say almost certainly won't be LRs, but as we said earlier, never say never with Dokkan. So yeah, obviously we've got that physical Super Saiyan 2 to Super Saiyan 3 Goku and STR Kid Buu that could easy A at some point, and with how crazy the Buu Saga team has gotten lately, that would be interesting. The most obvious one for me is, yeah, Super Saiyan 3 Goku versus Baby, with the upcoming Easy A's, the 7-year LR GT Easy A, the new figures, yeah, Super Saiyan 3 to Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and then Super Baby 1 to Super Baby 2. Yeah, we don't need to have a Golden Great 8 Baby, because that seems to be the only like type of unit he ever gets as a premium unit, right? We had the Int one, and then when he finally got his LR, it was the same name, like Golden Great 8 Baby as well. And then what was the 2 of 2? Banner units. Okay, well, they don't actually have banner units, but yeah. Oob for Goku, and then the Tough will possess people. Easy A's, Int Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Tech Super 17, Physical Pan, STR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, STR Trunks, Int but Super Baby 2. Like, there's so many of these characters. Part 2 LR, there isn't a Part 2 LR for New Year's, right? And there's no new unit actually comes out like in January, and then it's the very end of January, the anniversary starts. So I guess technically a new unit comes out in January, because I think it's like pretty much the last day of the month when the anniversary technically starts, so we get the free login like character. Your gift, so yeah, Goku versus Baby. Anything that isn't Daima, so I can skip for anniversary. GT for the 10th. Transforming Gohan versus Full Power Bojack. Easy A, the Attack LR Gohan. Yeah, exactly. If Gohan transforms and isn't starting as Super Saiyan 2, then it won't invalidate the Attack 1 getting an Easy A. Super Baby Vegeta Dokkan Fest. He still doesn't have one. Exactly. New Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku. A new Final Form Frieza and Kaioken Goku. That would be very interesting, because Namek Saga got that Scout of Vegeta and some Easy A's, but not really enough buffs to make a really good competitive team to be like, you know, in the top tier of the meta. So that would be interesting, because remember, Final Form Frieza still doesn't have a Dokkan Fest exclusive, which is kind of crazy. So that would definitely be good. And then, yeah, Kaioken Goku that transforms into Super Saiyan Goku. And then, yeah, Daima Celebration with the Kid Super Saiyan Goku. Daima, so I can skip in peace. Yeah, people either want to see Daima because they want it in the game finally, or they want to see Daima so they can skip it. Yeah, not sure there's enough for a celebration. I mean, that's the thing. They can do this fight that everyone keeps mentioning, Goku versus Tamagami, because there's no banner units or anything like that. So I think that would work quite well. Super Saiyan 4, yeah. And then, but that's the thing, we've got Super Saiyan 4 Gokus, but we don't have the first Super Saiyan 4 transformation, and we don't have a Dokkan Fest Baby, so that would be perfect. Needs the GT, yeah. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan versus Bojack, Daima Goku again. Then we got all the same options here, yeah. Demon King Piccolo and Goku, Frieza and Goku, and then the raged out Kid Gohan. Is this versus, is this from Garlic Jr. or from, yeah, this is from the Garlic Jr. one, right? Be interesting to get a Dokkan Fest Garlic Jr. I'll get the Easy A for the Int one. So yeah, I think we'll leave it there. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. As you can see, a lot of the same replies. The biggest, most popular options being GT Goku versus Baby, Daima, Goku versus the Tamagami. A couple of mentions for like Goku and Hit and a couple of the other ones, but those are the two really big ones. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. What would you like to see? Do you want to see something like really cool and really hype that you would actually want? Or do you just want it to be something that you can easily skip as well? Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section, especially if you didn't make it into the video. Just let me know down below. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.